Dissection of violence here. We're gonna get right into it. We got UFC. Oh, let me see here. Ow. UFC Moicano versus Duncan. Vegas 115, I believe. Should be a good card. Don't mind me. We have a my cat. She it's gonna be clawing at my leg for attention. So you hear me go, ow. That's what it is. Yeah, let's recap quickly UFC. Seattle. Pretty good card. Rated like an 8 or 9 out of 10. Lots of finishes. Some really bad decisions. Hey, what? I'll put you on in a second. One sec. Girl? Yeah? Alrighty, sorry. She tried to say hi. And just so you know, I'm not lying. I have a needy girl beside me wanting attention. Ugh. Alrighty, let me get right into it. Got UFC, Seattle. Pretty good card. Um, yeah, we'll get through this pretty quick. How did I do on my confident predictions? Let me see from last week. Let me see here. Sorry, I said full. I'm pretty full right now. Anchored to a few different parlays. Most are. Let's see. Okay. Most confident predictions. Let's see if I sweep again. Yeah, I'm gonna go number one. Um, this is hard. Let me see it. Organize my picks. That's gonna be Chiesa number one. Yeah, Chiesa was easiest money on the card. Number two, gonna be Navajo Sterling. Easy money. Should have had Belagria in here. Number three, Tainara, easily number three. Number four, Chase Hooper. Oh, there we go. We break this. We break the streak. Bad pick with the Hooper pick. Yep. This one's where it's a little bit tricky. Easily Belagui. I don't Belarui or however you say his last name. That was my top bet of the week. But yeah, let me hear what number five is. Oh, that was terrible as well. So my bad on number four and five last week, guys. Really bad reads. Um, I think I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I did say it last week that it's all what Adesanya shows up, and unfortunately, I think there's some shady stuff going on behind the scenes. I think that maybe Adesanya is betting against himself. Maybe there's some funny business going on. There's a lot of stuff that could be on the cards. He did come into the fight with a broken nose. Um, and on paper, I thought he easily beats Piper. I stand by that because he did look good. But I think, like I said, it's either one, he's betting against himself, or two, he just really doesn't have the grit anymore to like get in these fights. And I don't know. It's one of those things, man. Like I don't know. I think Adesanya, although he does say, you know, that he's still hungry and all this stuff pre-fight, all this motivation stuff. I just don't believe him anymore. Honestly, I think there's a lot of funny business going on behind the scenes. Either that, or he just doesn't care anymore as much. Because when things get tough, you just see him check out. So again, this could be some betting stuff, or this could be legit. Nope. Come on, let's go. Sorry, the cat is going to start bugging me. If he gets to be too much, I'll just put him outside or outside like my room. Yeah, honestly, some weird stuff going on, but I'll get to the Adesanya fight in a second. Starting off though, we had Tenera versus Bruna Brazil. Bruna Brazil, man, she just doesn't want to be there. Like, you could tell there's no fight in her, no grit in her, kind of similar to Izzy. She has Kyle in her corner, which is probably their best quality because Kyle's giving her some good advice. She's getting taken down off of the caught kicks, off of just being less physical. And you think Bruna being a bigger girl would have some success, but she just did not look good that fight. Honestly, it was a really bad showing from her. Um, yeah, man, not a good look. I definitely think Bruno's probably they're going to keep her just because she's taking these short notice fights. But honestly, I could see them. Ow! When she wants attention, she does anything to get attention. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I think she does anything to try to stay in the UFC by taking these short notice fights. She knows she's not exactly in their good graces as far as like how many opportunities she squandered, etc. But yeah, man, I think Bruno Brazil is gonna be a fade from moving forward. Again, especially against anyone half decent. She just doesn't really care about fighting as much anymore. I thought plus 600 you might maybe to win a round at least. Yeah, she didn't even win a round. She wasn't even close to winning a round. Just a bad look all around by Bruno Brazil. Anyways, we won't give her this fight too much time to talk. Tainara wins. Pretty boring fight. Uneventful. Move on. Moving on. We had. Okay. I went into this. This is my second tape. I had to go to mass, so I couldn't get this. The first take out. I think this first take probably was my best take, but I don't know, man. Let me just see if I can run it through. Yeah, speaking of mass, though, quickly, just want to wish everyone a happy Holy Week, happy Palm Sunday. Alrighty, guys. Oh, God, I'm really bad at this. Don't ever sponsor me. I'm really bad with this. Camera's on the other side. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Alrighty, guys. You guys have a wonderful rest of your Holy Week. Just a little side note. Again, don't sponsor me. I'm not good with placement, as you can tell. I'm not good with showing the ad. But regardless, guys, have a happy Holy Week. I hope your families are doing well. Stay blessed. That's just a side note. Get back to the degeneracy. But yeah, anyways, Ricky Simone, he lost this fight. Everyone, if we're being real with ourselves, he lost this fight. Round one, we'll start with round one. Round one was a pretty close round. Yanez was touching him up for the most part, but I'd say the pressure from Simone could have swayed that round for him. So if you said, oh, round one Simone, I'd be like, yeah, it was close. I could see it. But I think where he lost me was all three judges giving it to Simone. I think that was crazy. Not one judge seeing it for Yanez is pretty wild. And I don't know, man. I'm pretty disappointed with the lack of consistency with the judging. But anyways, we'll get to that. Round two, this is more apparent. Yanez is piecing him up pretty badly. He's landing all the better shots, busting his like he's literally getting all the damage off. Like you could see Ricky's face was wearing it. But yeah, after on the midway point, Ricky got a takedown, used some control time, maybe a few little elbows here. Nothing too crazy though. Not enough in my opinion to sway the round. Especially because Adesanya, because Yanez got up and he put it on him again. So I thought that was either 1-1 or 2-0 at Yanez. And then now we move on to round three. Again, only way that this could be a 2-0 fight for Simone was if one judge was dumb enough to give him both rounds. But I didn't anticipate that to be the case. And what do you know? All three judges gave the first two rounds to Simone. So again, very bad judging. Now we go on to round three. Yanez is literally beating the shit out of Simone. Like it wasn't even close. Simone was getting battered, almost finished at the end of the fight. If there was 10 more seconds, that fight was over. So Yanez was just landing beautiful combos, crisp boxing. Like old Yanez was back. It was nice to see. I just think Yanez won that fight pretty soundly. Like if you saw Simone's face, he looked so beaten. Like it was really bad. But regardless, they gave Yanez a draw. I had a lot of money on that live and the props, so that would have made a bag if that would have hit. But I don't know. Life had other plans, and they screwed me for that. So it is what it is. Can't do anything about it. They one judge didn't even give him a 10-8 in the third round, which was absolutely. This is what I'm saying. The judging was probably some of the worst judging I've seen in a long time, like a long time. Like I've seen a lot of bad decisions. That was top five for sure for me. But regardless, guys, we can't control these decisions. Would have been an even bigger monster day. Oh yeah, side note, we made like 5 units on the card. And then we made maybe 10. We went like 5 and 7 on picks. So worst prediction card for me this year. But it's okay. We'll get them back. Um, it is what it is. As long as you guys didn't lose too much on this card, that's all that matters. I give out the picks, but and I'm not one of those guys being like, oh, you gave me this pick, I bet on it, you lost. I may not have bet on it, but I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, it's your fault. I shouldn't have picked this guy. But again, I didn't tell people to bet him, so if you do lose on that stuff, on something I don't give out, I can't get ashamed like, oh, why am I so dumb for doing this bet? Like, you know what it is, like it is what it is. I give out my props also. They're not official plays, but we would have smacked them for Adrian Yanez by decision. I gave out Tainara decision. That was pretty straightforward. Um, yeah, man. I don't know. I think this fight was pretty crazy. Um, I think Yanez I think Yanez clearly did enough to win the fight, but you can't control the judging, man. The judging is always meant to break your heart, so it is what it is. Got screwed. Move on. Moving on, Navajo Sterling versus Bruno Lopez. I thought Navajo Sterling clearly did enough to get a TKO earlier on, in the second round, but I guess the judge wanted to see it, or the ref wanted to see a dead body. Navajo Sterling absolutely put it on him. Nasty combo. He's pretty slow, I will say, and he's a bit hittable. But he showed good takedown defense, and he picks his shots pretty well. I think he's going to be a problem in the division, but I don't know how far he's going to get because he is a bit slow, and he hasn't really had that big step up in competition other than Bellato. So I don't know how good this guy is truly, but yeah, Sterling gets the win. Good TKO win. Moving on. Casey O'Neill versus Gabby Fernandez. This was my shock of the card for me. I did not anticipate this at all. Gabby Fernandez, has done pretty well in her career. Holy smokes. Sorry, guys. It's pretty hot in here. Oh. Fernandez has done pretty well. But yeah, she ran into a hungry return fight for Casey O'Neill where she came out with beautiful boxing technique, or a fine striking game that we haven't seen from her yet before. So that was pretty cool to watch. Yeah, great win for Casey O'Neill. Showed a new wrinkle in her game. Definitely going to keep note of that for the future. Yeah, I'm pretty happy for Casey O'Neill. She deserves it. She works hard. She's been off for a while, but it's nice to see someone take time off like that and improve so dramatically. Sorry, in their striking games. So yeah, interested to see where Casey goes from here. Who they give her next? Fernandez, you'll be back. Everyone gets caught. She got caught with a check left hook, and she just didn't recover. Casey didn't let her. So good win for Casey. Moving on. Tyrell Fortune versus Marcin Tybura. I had Tybura as a slight lean. I had this as a 50-50 skip fight. Tyrell Fortune made it look pretty easily. Heavy wrestling. He beat him with some ground and pound. He had better boxing than Tybura. Tybura was like blobbing his way around. Just managed to. I think he won the third round, but I thought it was a pretty crazy outcome when they called the wrong name for the decision. Tybura was laughing. He didn't even believe, like, yeah, this can't be me. But, if that would have went his way, that would have been the second, probably, decision on the card. Or, yeah, second robbery decision. So, wouldn't have been that surprised. But at the end of the day, that would have been really, really bad if that would have went to Tybura. Fortune, I thought, clearly won all three. Maybe just two, but definitely two, No, maybe not three, but, yeah. Anyways, guys, pretty crappy fight. I expected it though. It's not exactly the highest level. Moving on. Chase Hooper versus Lance Gibson Jr. This one I'm gonna be biting myself for a long time. I had Chase Hooper here as a pick, as you heard earlier in the show. He had him as my number four most confident. Pretty ridiculous. Yeah, my number one bet on the card and my number one bet on the card was Belagui. Bellery, whatever you say his name. So he should have easily been in my top five, even though he was an underdog. I don't care. But yeah, Chase Hooper completely looked robotic out there. Terrible, 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 terrible performance. His striking's abysmal. His wrestling's horrible. He should just be doing UFC BJJ or something. Like he just doesn't have the hardware, the skill set, to be competing in the UFC. You know, it is what it is though. Hooper takes the L, and yeah, congrats Gibson Jr. Welcome to the UFC. Interested in who they give you next. Hooper, just I would take my talents to UFC BJJ or something because UFC MMA ain't it for you, brother. Sorry about my eyes, man. They're getting heavy. I ate a lot of food for dinner. Had myself a full bowl, extra large full bowl, and I'm feeling it, man. I could pass out in this chair. Still have energy in my voice, but you could tell like my eyes are like shutting. So gonna try to just hang on for a bit. I would have an energy drink, but it's a little late, 11:33. Trying to be up early in the morning for wrestling practice. So yeah, speaking of wrestling practice, moving on to Keith Muzayev versus Ignacio Bahamondes. Man, Ignacio, he had that fight, man. He kind of gave it away, being an idiot, going for guillotines. He won the first round pretty easily, even though another stupid judge gave to Keith the first round. Like I said, these judges are pretty much useless. And then he would have got a TKO if it wasn't for Keith constantly grabbing the cage, headbutting, doing all this illegal stuff. You know, you can't control stuff like that. But Ignacio gets almost gets the win in a close fight. Keith, well, what I thought was a close fight. Keith got like 30-27s across the board. If it wasn't for that guillotine, he easily would have won round two. But yeah, round three, Keith just put it on him. He knew his takedown defense wasn't that good, Bahamondes, and Muzayev took advantage of it. So congratulations, Muzayev. Definitely a dirty fighter, but you know, if you're not cheating, you're not trying in the sport, I guess. Moving on, we have Kyle Nelson versus Terrence McKinney. This was a biased bet. I said this on the show. I wouldn't have bet it. And this is why, because, you know, this was a step down for Terrence, technically, and Terrence doesn't usually lose step down, so pretty wild to me. Nelson should have wrestled up a lot sooner than that. He says he wasn't hurt, so I don't know why he didn't wrestle up, but, you know, you have big, scary McKinney on top of you pounding away, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what's going through his head. All I know is it sucks to see Kyle lose. Really good guy. I think he's going to be a full-time fireman soon, so yeah, man, really hope this guy gets at least a few more fights in before he decides to hang it up. But yeah, wherever it goes from there, I'm a Kyle Nelson supporter, 110%. So again, if you guys see him fighting in the future, just know he's my pick, potentially my bet, but most likely just my pick. So yeah, Kyle Nelson. Yeah, unfortunate, but it is what it is. Moving on. Yours Bell versus Mansour Abdul Malik. Okay, let me talk about this one. I called this fight to a T. I said Jerzy Belagui is going to be so much better than Malik. Malik is so fraudulent. He has literally zero calf kick defense. He's hittable. He's been hurt by lesser guys. He's just not the guy that people were trying to make him out to be. And I showed it, or I didn't show it, but Belagui showed it. I said it. Belagui's level's above this guy. On the feet, takedown defense is pretty good. That's where I was worried, especially when he got him down the second. I was like, how does Belagui deal with this? But he did. Malik was death gassed, and you know Belagui gets the finish. Great win for Belagui. Yeah, he's probably one of my more favorite fighters to bet right now, especially as a dog. So, congrats to Belagui. We move on. Cash us out. Moving on, we have Larian Douglas versus Julian Erosa. I had Larian Douglas here around 1 KO, and it paid off. I think Julian Erosa is probably one of the most non-durable guys in the UFC. His shin is just not good, and Douglas hits like a freaking Mack truck. So, good win for Douglas. He picks up a knockout or TKO win. Yeah, in the first round. Few parlay spots I wish I took, but it is what it is. I didn't do my own thing, and that's what I get for doing my own thing. I don't. If anything, it was gonna be someone 2-3 with Belagui 2-3. I couldn't decide on the second 2-3, but yeah, man. Michael Chiesa sub one easiest. Like my lock of the card. It was just too easy. But yeah, man. Moving on. We're not gonna talk about that fight. It's too bad of a fight. Or did I skip Chiesa and Price? Yeah, Douglas KO 1, pretty written in the stars, and then Chiesa KO or sub 1, written in the stars. So moving on from that, Alexa Grasso versus Macy Barber. I was completely shocked. Macy Barber got hurt so bad, and then she just, I don't know, she got put in a choke. She tapped, and then she was like playing dead on the floor. Like everyone's like, "Oh, is she okay? She looks serious." Like, nah, she was just trying to get attention, in my opinion. Honestly, I don't like performative stuff, and that was pure performative, in my opinion. So, regardless, love you, Macy, my sweet Macy. Love you both, Grasso as well. So that was a fun fight to watch, if you know what I mean. But yeah, Macy will be back. Grasso's back in the top three, top four. Hopefully, if when Jazz beats Karine Silva, they can give her the Jazz fight. That would be really cool. But yeah, great win for Macy Bar, or sorry, great win for Alexa Grasso. She's back. Moving on. Israel Adesanya versus Joe Pyfer. Okay. Again, I said this earlier. I'm gonna make it brief. Pyfer table on the paper should have lost his fight. His leg kicks are not as good. His speed is not as good, and his experience at a high level is not as good. Whereas Adesanya has been there, done that. The thing with Pyfer though is he was playing smart. He was playing a little possum there, and he caught Adesanya being reckless. Adesanya has a tendency to get reckless as the fight goes on, and I just think Pyfer, made him work. And I don't think this guy likes to work anymore or grind or anything. I think he's just, out there for the money and maybe some cool highlights. But yeah, he ain't really trying like he used to. So a lot of people are saying juice. I don't know, man. If you're using juice and you're, looking like that, not a great look if you ask me. But, what do I know? I'm not on juice, so I don't know what's supposed to look good and what's not. I mean, I can guess, but only the true Sigma males who understand bodybuilding and physiques will truly know. But yeah, man, Israel Adesanya lost that one. This is what it is. I'm not complaining. Just unfortunate. Joe Pyfer, I was thinking about him all week for the inside of the distance prop. That would have been nice, but you can't hit them all. It is what it is. We move on, guys. Fun card overall. Fight of the night. I would have to give that to Yanez and Simone. Prospect of the night. I would have to give that to Larion Douglas. Yeah. Alrighty. Okay, guys, like, subscribe. You know the drill. What am I saying? We still have one more card to get through. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's get into it. UFC. See, this one's Vegas 115. Should be a fun card. You know what? Screw it. I can't. Should I be having two of these? I had one before Mass. Screw it. Be right back, guys. Be nice to your sister. I don't want to come over here. Oh man, I didn't want to go monster, but these are really good. Alani's, yeah, they're really good. They don't sponsor me, but I don't drink enough of them to even ask for a sponsorship. Similar taste. No, just joking. I just need something, man. I'm about to pass out in this chair. Alrighty, moving on to UFC Moicano versus Duncan. Okay, starting off, we have Diana Barboza versus. Well, let me see how long we went on for. 24 minutes. Okay, this could be a long one. Okay, Diana Barboza versus Melissa Gatto. I haven't really came to a conclusion yet. Let me see what the odds are for this fight first. No, see, this is the other one. She's a little devil. Oh my goodness, yeah, these odds are going. Okay, a lot of closely lined fights. What? Do 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 do. Hi, sweetie. Do 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 do. Okay. Yeah. So Melissa Gatto versus Barboza. Gatto, she's had an interesting career in the UFC. She's kind of been hit or miss. She lost to Lipsky by split. Lost to Cortez. TKO by Sierra Eubanks. Not a great look. Broke her arm versus Victoria Leonardo. Oh no, she beat Sierra Eubanks by body kick. I remember that. She has a few wins. Um, Nothing too crazy though. Damaris Vidal. Her last fight was literally around this time 2 years ago. That's crazy. Welcome back, Gato. I don't know what she's been doing. Let me look at her Instagram real quick. Uh, Sorry guys, I'm behind on my Instagram. Instagram handicapping is also very important, guys. You guys see what these guys are doing? Because apparently I fucked up with that last week with Casey O'Neill. Some people were like, "Oh, she's been hitting pads." I'm like, "Yeah, great," but it's like, what does that always mean? Like she's, better? But I don't know, man. I missed some stuff maybe. Melissa Gatso. Let me see what you've been up to lately. Who's this? Is this her husband or something? John Paul. LFA. So LFA fighter. This is her boyfriend. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what she's been doing honestly. Bia Conasuli. She has some decent training partners, don't get me wrong, but I don't know like who she's been training with. She's been off a while. I don't know, man. I think the problem with her is she can be too complacent on her back and she's had a lot of time off. I'm pretty sure my pick for this is gonna be Dione Barbosa, but I haven't really decided yet. Let me see here. Let me see. Yeah, I have Barbosa here. I don't know, man. I just think Barbosa, she she just knows how to at least fight for top time. She hasn't had exactly the greatest resume in the UFC, but she's done okay. Like if you look at this, Dione Barbosa, she's 8-4. I know, not a great record. But her only loss was Karine Silva, who's a really good grappler. She submitted Belbita, which was easy. She beat Karakate with her grappling. Lost to Miranda Maverick. Rain Guerrero subbed her. So she has some decent. Marina Piccolo. And Piccolo's been doing decent. I remember she beat that wrestler. Um, that pretty high level American wrestler she just beat. I know she lost to Josiane Nunes, but I don't know, man. I think she already beat Karine Silva too, so it's like they're 1-1 now. I don't know. I'm gonna go Barbosa slight lean, but man, this is a close fight. I have nothing to do with this fight. I really don't care to bet this fight, but I gotta go with Barbosa here, slight lean. Whatever happens, happens. Moving on. Trayshawn Gore versus Azamat Bikoev. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Azamat Bikoev here. Let me see the odds on this one. Yeah, pretty. Yeah, that makes sense. The thing about Bikoev is he just got TKO'd. I don't know if that's gonna make him more gun shy, cause you know I know he was tired, so it wasn't. It was more so he got tired, but and he's got power, man. I don't know. I think he's probably gonna put Trayshawn Gore to sleep. Um, I think that's most likely what's gonna happen. He could out wrestle him for 3 rounds, but I don't know. Trayshawn Gore's chin has never been exactly great. He got KO'd by Tulio, Cody Brundage. I'm pretty sure he got submitted or no. Yeah, he lost to Brian Battle and yeah, he lost to Brian Battle. He's lost to some pretty mid guys.
He's beat a few guys that aren't that great. Josh Fram was probably his best win, I would say, and then Chikoli was whatever. I don't know. I think Bakov's going to be levels above this guy. Could he get caught? Yes, but I think skill for skill, he's got better wrestling. He gives just as much power, and he's more experienced. So I got to go with Bakolev here. I feel like this is a good fight, comeback fight for him to win. Negative 550, a bit wide, but I could see it, covering. So definitely not going to sprinkle and gore. Um, yeah, man, good win. Sorry, it's going to be a decent win for Bakolev if he can pull this off, especially the way I think he can. I think this would be a pretty decent win for him. Yeah, moving on. We have Haley Cohen versus Elise Pereira. Hmm. I think with this fight, you got to understand something with this fight. Elise Pereira is, you know, she's got something that Cowan does not, and that's decent striking. Where Cowan, she's 34 years old. She got submitted by Cornole. Got beat by Jamie Lynn Horth pretty dominantly. Um, she beat Claudia Lette, who's like half her size, I'm pretty sure. Um, yeah, she's been pretty inactive, man. Like her last fight was last year. She lost the time, and she hasn't really won a fight since 2022, so 4 years ago. I don't know, man. This is a fight where I gotta lean Elise Pereira here. Excuse me, guys. Oh, that Fobo is still hitting. Like, how do you lose a monster at Rendon? That's such a bad look. But hey, she's young. I'm pretty sure she's like 23 years old, so gonna give her a pass. 20 years old, even worse. Got lots of time to grow and improve her game. I'm gonna lean Pereira here, but it's a close fight, and Cowan could easily, cause she's strong, right? Cowan has pretty good gym strength from like training gymnastics and all that kind of stuff. But I don't know, man. I think Pereira is just gonna be a lot to deal with on the feet. She's got the power. She's got length. She's young. She's hungry. I could see some, a highlight reel or like maybe just a dominant win by at least Pereira. But you never know, man. This is one of those fights where anything could go wrong, and now Cowan's on top of Pereira, potentially getting a TKO. Because when Cowan's on top, she's really strong. She's not exactly a savant on the ground, but she's strong enough to get to her positions, and maybe she can just gas her out with heavy top time or ground and pound, something like that. I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Haley Cowan here, or sorry, Elise Pereira here. Slight lean, not confident, maybe like 55% at most. But yeah, man, this is I think this is gonna be a Pereira spot. Could be wrong though. Moving on, we have Landon Venata taking on Darius Flowers. Another fight that's like, why is this on the card? Landon Venata should win this fight. We have Darius Flowers, who this is pretty good, man. Darius Flowers, who literally, man, like his claim to fame in the UFC was that slam KO he got in 2022. Other than that, he's lost every single fight. He hasn't won a fight since last 2022. Same as Cowan. So they're both coming off of a pretty long losing streak or cold streak, 4 years. Um, yeah, man. I think Evan Elder losing to him was whatever. Johnson Matthews, not the worst losses. It's not that. It's just how he looked doing it. Pretty bad fight IQ. He's got some power, some explosivity, but I just don't think he's good enough, man. Like Darius Flowers is probably one of the lower ends of the UFC. Now that a few of them are gone, now he's still probably at the lower end. But yeah, Darius Flowers is back in the UFC somehow, some way. Yeah, moving on to Lando Venata. I think Lando is probably gonna cook him, honestly. Like Lando has some nasty kicks. Pretty high level, like the Matrix. So Huber, he lost his Huber, not a good look. Jourdain, not a good look. His last win was 2021, I'm pretty sure. His last fight was 2023, so he's been off for 3 years. The last win was like 5 years ago. So not great, honestly. Excuse me. I think Venata probably wins. Don't get me wrong, but it's not a fight I'm running out to bet. Let me see these odds. Yeah, Venata at negative 230. It's not the worst odds I've seen. I'd probably give him around that area, so pretty fair. I'm not mad at it. Venata is, it is what it is. He's got a big following. Oh my God! See, I'm already getting delirious. I'm thinking about something else, and then I start saying things. No, he does not have a big following. Sorry, I gotta lock in. Lock in. Lando Venata is getting older, up there in age. Let me see his age. I gotta see his age. Yeah, he's 34, so he's still got some time. I think he can come back here and make it a pretty good win. I gotta go Venata here by KO or decision, most likely. Moving on, we have Stuart Nicoli versus Alessandro Costa. I think Alessandro Costa likely wins this fight. I don't know who these guys are coming. Like I don't know where they're getting these guys, but they're awful. Stuart Nickel awful. Darius Flowers awful. It's like layup after layup after layup. Like I don't. I'm not a fan of that, but it is what it is. Let me see how many fights I got left. Not that many. I think Stuart Nickel is decent. Don't get me wrong, and he could somehow make it close, but I think that's his best chance. I think he's KO'd a bunch of like nobodies in the second he had to step up. He couldn't do anything. So I'm gonna go Alexander Costa here. I don't know what the odds are. I probably won't play it just because I don't trust Costa at chalk. So let me see. Yeah, negative 400. I'm staying off that, man. I can't justifiably bet that. So it is what it is. It is what it is, man. I think. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I need to like chill. I'm too tired right now trying to do all this. Yeah, I got Alexander Costa by calf kicks. Maybe landing a big shot over top. It's gonna be a little bit of a messy fight, but I think it's gonna be Costa coming out on top. So Costa inside the distance. We'll see how that plays. We'll see what the odds are for that. Definitely not. Probably gonna definitely not betting this fight. I was thinking about it. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm good. But yeah, I got that. Hopefully it pays off for me. Um, yeah, Costa for the win, I guess. We'll see how this goes. Nicoli's horrible. It's a decent breakdown, honestly. Nicoli's proven to be terrible. Costa's, he's not great, but he's not exactly a bum. So I think Costa should cruise here. We'll see if he lives up to his potential. Um, oh my God, I'm thinking of someone again. We'll see if he can live up to his potential in this certain matchup. When I think Costa can definitely, rise to the occasion, maybe get a performance bonus with a big finish. But yeah, it'll all come down to if Costa performs or not. So I'm really drinking this just to stay awake for this video, guys. I hope you know this. If you see the time, it's not a good time to be drinking a energy drink. I normally only have one every 5 days, but man, I am dying right now. I feel like I'm gonna pass out. That bowl took a lot out of me, and I'm feeling it. So gonna go with Costa here. Yeah, Costa. He could even get a sub, man. I'm just gonna go Costa, man. Costa's most likely gonna win this fight. Moving on, we have Gurme Pat versus Thomas Peterson. I gotta go with Pat here, but man, it's a close fight after rewatching tape. I thought this was gonna be a Pat fight where he runs away with it, but we haven't really seen him versus a strong wrestler before. He's really athletic, got good KO power. He's dangerous to fight. But I just think Thomas Peterson doesn't care enough to like sit there and play a dumb fight with someone he knows he's not as good as on the feet. I think he's gonna try to take him down, and I think he can get him down. And if our homie can't get up, I feel like that's gonna be the fight. So I'm gonna skip this fight because there's too many outliers. But I do think Thomas Peterson is live, not at these odds, but like big plus money odds. I definitely would probably go that route, but I don't know. I think Peterson is just his chin isn't great, and Pat hits like a truck. So it's one of those fights, man. Gonna be careful touching it, but yeah, I got Go Hermie Pat here. Slight lean. We'll see how this plays out. Not confident, so don't be roasting me in the comments if I lose. Um, I don't know. I think Pat. I was confident to be honest and transparent, but after rewatching tape, I just can't trust Hermine's defense. And when he hurts someone, he doesn't even take advantage of it. He just lets them off the hook. So I don't know, man. I just have a bad feeling betting him at chalk, and I'm just gonna stick with it. Um, yeah, man. I don't know what I just said, guys. Just don't mind my ranting. I haven't done one of these episodes in a while, but I was trying to do this video earlier, but I don't know. Mass came and I just like screw it. I gotta go to mass. So yeah, man. This is my second time through. I'm already at 40 minutes. How many fights do I have left? Can't be that many. One, two, three, four, five, six. Not that bad. All right, moving on. We have Robert Ucella versus Jose Delano. I'd say it's one of the best fights in the card. We have KSW, elite fighter, and Robert Uchola versus the LFA Brazil champion and Jose Delano. Jose Delano is just an absolute stud, man. He knows how to put combos together, mix in his wrestling. He's pretty good, man. Like, he's a pretty good fighter. He beat Soares, Exposito, Almacan, Stack, Jonas Balgaro. Oh man, I can't see nothing. Yeah, I don't know. I think Delano, he's just good at what he does, man. And it's not exactly the most exciting all the time, but he's really really technical. And I think with Ruchola, who he's decently technical, don't get me wrong, he has some pretty nasty KO finishes, but like I would just take another chance, man. Like go see what it's about, see if you can make some quick make some quick money on this fight. Look into the fight odds, look into the fight tape. Maybe you see something I don't. Comment below. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna lean Delano, but I would not be surprised to see an upset here. Let me see the odds. Sorry guys, I've just been rambling. If only I knew a way to bleep all that out. Yeah, Delano's negative 350. There's nothing really I could do with those odds. A little bit too wide for my liking, but yeah, I think he probably wins this. Not that hard in theory to be able to do for him, but I don't know if he will because Delane does not, he hurts you and then he swarms you, but like actually prior to that, he doesn't throw with all of his power, obviously, to save cardio. But yeah, man, I don't know how he does in this fight, but we'll see. I think Delano's probably gonna win second or third round. Um, I don't know, man. I think he could also win a decision. My pick is gonna be Delano by decision, and I think he could TKO him, but I'm gonna go with decision. We'll see how it plays out. Moving on, we have Tommy McGillen versus Zanalo Zuccini. I don't know who the heck Manolio. Yeah, I don't know, man. He's been out for 2 years. Yeah, I'm gonna go McMillan here. This is probably one of my more biggest confidence spots in the card. I got Tommy Gunn McKinnon or McMillan. I don't know, man. I think this team, the MMA Lab, has some pretty good guys, and he's been getting looks his pretty much whole AMI and start to his pro career. So we'll see how this translates to the fight. Definitely a weird card to call. That's for sure. Yeah, man. I gotta go with Estevan. Um, Estevan. Skipping ahead. I gotta go with McMillan. Pretty easy explanation. One's better. One's pretty good. One's absolutely horrible. Um, I don't want to be mean, but like, come on, man. Like, this isn't a game where you can just join the team and no one's gonna roast you if you're not good or whatever. Like, that's part of the game. You gotta get used to it. But anyways, yeah, I gotta go with Delano here. Slight lean. Definitely could go either way, but I'm gonna go with Delano here. Moving on. Yeah, I think I already moved on. Yeah, I think McGillen smokes him, honestly. I think Manalo Zucchini, wherever you say his name, is pretty bad. And I don't see a world where that live bet was going to be a thing there. He just absolutely killed him. Wasn't even close, so that was cool. Anyways, moving on to the featured fight of the evening. We have Estevam versus Ewing. I got to go with Estevam here. Let me see here what the odds are. Yeah, they have Ewing as a favorite. That's pretty crazy. I think the dog value is heavy on Esteban. Yes, I know Ethan had a good fight his last fight. I bet on him his last fight. But the thing about Ethan is he knows how to string combos together, and he's very technical, not afraid to get hurt. And I don't know, man. I think Esteban's grappling is better, honestly. Like, he's shown it in his scrambling ability. I don't like his scramble ability. To keep doesn't really have the best scrambling ability. I think Raphael, maybe on the feet, yeah, you give it to Ali. Man, what am I saying right now? Like you can see me passing out in the chair. Like that's crazy. Okay, on the feet, I could see them giving this fight to Ewing. Esteban's not a striker. But honestly, on the ground, I think Esteban is just going to be way better. Like you saw in the one Ewing fight, he got taken down by Billy Brand, and Billy Brand just controlled him. For a little bit, not long. He managed to get back up, but if Esteban gets you down, he knows how to keep you down and then take the back when you give up your back. So I'm gonna go with Esteban here. I know a lot of people are on Ewing. At dog odds, especially, you gotta take Esteban. He's undefeated for a reason. Ewing's only real claim to fame is beating Malcolm Wellmaker, and I don't think that's that great. So I'm gonna go with Esteban here. I think it's pretty self-explanatory why. Esteban's been, doing really well in the UFC. He's not the greatest striker, obviously, but his grappling's been elite, and I think he wins this fight. So if you look at the odds, Felipe Bunes, Aguilar, Johnson, all by decision. So I think his grappling's going to be a factor here, 100%. Moving on. Abdul Rahman Yakhyaev versus Brenson Ribeiro. I'm going to keep this short for you guys. Yakhmaev or Yakhyaev is just too dangerous early. And Brenson Ribeiro has been used as like a sacrificial lamb these past three fights, or whatever it is. And yeah, I just don't think Brenson Ribeiro's on the level of Yakhyaev, and I think he's going to get finished in the first or second round, probably the first. I don't know exactly how yet, but that's going to be my pick, is he's going to get finished in the first round, or sorry, second round. I think uh, I think Yakhyaev's a real deal, and we'll see how this plays out with me. I haven't had any money on this. I'm going to probably hunt for props, but yeah, I don't blame people for playing her until these odds, but it is what it is. Yakhyaev should win this fight easily. I think he's my second or third lock of the card, so yeah, that's cool. Moving on, we had Verna Jandiroba versus Tabitha Ricci. I don't know, man. This is a hard one. I gotta go with here. Let me see. I know I got a coin in here somewhere. Oh man. Let me see here. Okay, heads, heads, Tabitha, tails, Jandiroba. Okay, I'm cheating. I'm switching it. Okay, Tabitha Ricci. I know I have a pick when I do the coin thing and I say screw that, I can't be picking her. It's Tabitha Ricci. Definitely a close fight though. I wouldn't bet this fight. Jandiroba could get top time, but she has like some weird unorthodox takedowns. That's how Rebus got her down, Ricci. But I just think there's a size difference and a different style of grappling. I think Ricci would be better off competing against girls like, God, guys. Jandiroba, I think, is just not a real. She looks like Rob Schneider and Raul Rosas Jr. had a kid. So I don't know, man. I think this is gonna be a Berna fight. Sorry, not Berna, a Tabitha fight. She's better on the feet. She's got pretty good grappling. She's strong, good cardio. I think this is pretty a good fight, 3 round fight for her. Gonna be close, so I wouldn't bet this fight big if at all. So yeah, Tabitha Ricci's my pick here. Moving on, we have Renato Moicano versus Chris Duncan. I gotta go with. Let me see here. Yeah, it's a hard one, man. I'm gonna have to pass on the pick for now. If I had to put a gun to my head and make the pick, I would say. I don't even have a pick for this. I would have to go with. Let me see what the people are saying for this one. Yeah, they're leaning. I'm gonna lean Duncan, but man, or it's a close fight. It's like as 50-50 as you can get. Um, yeah, man, I'm not too thrilled about this. Um, yeah, I gotta go with Duncan here. I can't decide on a who I think wins. I could change my pick though by Friday, so stay in touch. I didn't do it last few weeks, but I'm gonna do it this week if I have, especially if I have any changes. Can't have you guys missing out on the updates and stuff like that. So yeah, it should be out by like Thursday, Friday. So yeah. Anyways, guys, that is the card. I think Duncan is just gonna be too much on the feet. He's gonna blitz Moicano. I don't know if he's gonna wrestle him. I think his grappling's at a deficit there, but he's gonna try to knock out Moreno. I think this is one of those fights where it's like if you don't try to knock out Moreno, you calling him Moreno, Moicano. I think if Moicano can get his pressure going, he's gonna be dangerous. But I think if Duncan just takes away the space, I think this is gonna be a Duncan fight. And same thing with this MMA fight. I think it's an MMA fight. Duncan's also in. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I could have swore they said something either grappling related or something. I don't know. Yeah, it's like a jiu-jitsu submission only match. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I think it's against Dylan Dennis though with Herman. I don't know. That's my. Yeah. That's the situation here. Oh man, I gotta go with my. What's it called? Let me see here. I gotta go with my prospect of the card. Yeah, I gotta go with man, this is so difficult. I'm gonna lean Duncan, but this is a really hard fight to call. I'll be dead honest. I don't want to bet this fight. This is really hard to call. Duncan 1.9. Yeah, I'm gonna go as my number one pick on the card. It's gonna be Tommy McMillan. Number two, Yakhyaev. Number three, Lando Venata. Number four, Bakoyev, and number five, Costa. I think that's a pretty fair number five. So I like that list. I think it should hit. Like, subscribe. You know the drill. I'll catch you next time. Have a good rest of your holy week. Um, God bless you all. Again, like, subscribe. You know the drill. Even comment if you feel so kind. I appreciate the feedback, guys. I know I don't have the best setup, but I appreciate you guys rocking with me anyways. I've had monster years the past few years. I could afford it, obviously, but I like to overuse it until I can't use it no more. So, just try to understand that and don't judge me too hard. I'm trying. Alrighty, guys. Like, subscribe. You know the drill. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.